Wow Nation, it's time for the blunt ratings for Monday Night Raw, January 10th. Appreciate you guys stopping through as always. Let's get right into it.
It's time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to 'em. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
So as always, we'll start with the matches. The matches for Monday Night Raw were okay. We had a Raw Tag Team Championship match between RK Bro and the Alpha Academy, which the Alpha Academy actually won. Otis hit the World's Strongest Slam on Riddle to get the pin, and yeah, new champions, new Raw Tag Team champions. I've obviously been calling for that. I'm happy that it happened. Hopefully there'll be a rematch in the future. I know we're going to get the Randy versus Riddle thing probably going into WrestleMania. I wouldn't mind these guys just staying a tag team and, having some type of tag team feud going into WrestleMania, but we'll see what happens. Also, we had a 6-man tag team with the Street Profits teaming up with Damian Priest. They were going up against Dolph Ziggles and Robert Roode and Apollo. And the Hills ended up winning the match when Dolph Ziggler hit the zigzag on Dawkins to get the win. Amos squashed some guy named Nick Sanders. Looked like he worked at Pizza Hut and just was on his lunch break and decided to get his ass beat for 5 seconds. Austin Theory was supposed to have a match with AJ Styles. It lasted about 2 minutes before Grayson Allen from NXT, who AJ Styles has a match with tonight, actually, on NXT 2.0, came out and interfered and attacked AJ Styles and gave Austin Theory a chance for another selfie. Then we had the main event triple threat match, which was pretty damn good match between Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Doudrop. And Doudrop ended up getting the win to become the #1 contender for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble. She'll be getting her opportunity, and she only got the win because Becky decided to run in and attack Bianca Belair when it looked like she was going to get the win, setting up a match between two English women. You got Doudrop and you got Becky Lynch. We'll get real heavy accents. I think at one point during during the promo, Becky was like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to this triple threat." I was like, "Wait a minute, what's that? What's a triple threat?" This triple threat. I love Becky. She's so fucking awesome, man. The swagger last night was on a zillion. She was basically, I guess she was Ratchet Becky. Was she Big Time Bex last night, or she Ratchet as fuck Bex last night? She came out there looking like the Cash Me Outside girl, looking like she had just been hanging out with Cardi B and some other. Like, I don't know what was going on, but I love it. I love everything that Becky does. Obviously, as you can see by the attire. For the matches overall, I gave the matches a 3.25. So let's talk about promos and backstage segments, because there were some good ones and there was a bunch of them that did need to happen. The first was Brock coming out and telling jokes. Lashley interrupted about 2 seconds into the promo and came out and basically put Brock over and said how honored it was to be in the ring with him. He was looking forward to face him, and Brock was like, "Who are you again? What's your name?" He called him a Brock Lesnar knockoff or a Brock Lesnar wannabe, and also told him a knock knock joke. He did a knock knock joke with Paul Heyman. He was like, "Knock knock, who's there?" Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, who? Exactly. Ouch. It was a great promo by Brock. I enjoyed it. I laughed. Then the Hurt Business came out and tried to attack Bobby Lashley, because he had dissed him a little bit before that. It's like, "I don't need y'all." So they thought that they were gonna, get the upper hand on, and then he just destroyed them. It was bad. They got their ass beat, so it wasn't Be surprised if they were on the next list of cuts. Let's not even wish that on anybody, though, because anything can happen. After that, we had Seth Rollins cutting a promo, and Big E came out and interrupted him, and they both want a shot at the title, and they both want to stay in the main event picture, but it looks like only one of them is going to be doing that. Seth Rollins beat Big E clean. I wasn't very happy about that, but it happened. Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley had a promo, and they were basically, not seeing eye to eye. Well, Nikki was kind of just in her feelings. She was being emotional. You want to break us up? And Rhea like, shit, man, we might as well. Let's just go our separate ways. This shit done ran its course. Let's just go do. And Nikki's like, no, you want to break up? Say it right here. You want to break it? And yeah, Nikki ended up attacking Rhea out of nowhere when, it looked like they were gonna, make amends and go their separate ways, still being friends. Nikki was like, nah, fuck that. Almost superheroes don't need no friends. That's what she said when she was walking away after she beat up Rhea. So, looking forward to that feud. Yeah, Nikki the villain. I'm much more looking forward to seeing that because Nikki the superhero is. Yeah, I'm not 5, so I'm not interested. So yeah, we had Damian Priest and the Street Profits cut a pre-match promo, whatever. Then we had the Cutting Edge, where Edge had his wife come out and they had a conversation talking about how great each other were, and they were interrupted by Miz and Maurice, and Miz talked about how great his wife was, and they both played video packages putting over their wives, and Beth said Edge was getting some good box later on that night, so good for him. Whatever, mixed tag match promo, I don't care. Alexa Bliss showed back up on Monday Night Raw after being gone for a while, and she was still in therapy, still being a fake female fiend, and I still have no interest in it. She's still upset about the doll and Charlotte Flair, and she tore up the therapist's office, and I just don't care. I didn't care when she was. I thought she was coming back different. Never mind. Don't care. And obviously we had Becky Lynch promo where she came out and talked her shit before the triple threat. Before the triple threat match, and she did her thing. It was always good mic work by Becky. So promos and backstage segments, I gave 3 blunts. It's decent, some decent promos, but really the opening promo by Brock Lesnar was the highlight of all of the promos. Let's talk about storytelling. Big E, still a fucking loser. Not a loser in real life, great person, winner in actual life, but on WWE he's a loser. It's sad. He's been openly critical about his WWE title run, saying that it was a little bit lackluster. It was a little bit, left to be desired. He wanted to be a little bit bigger of a deal, but obviously WWE doesn't care. He just lost clean to Seth Rollins. I know you got to put Seth Rollins over. He's the #1 contender. Why isn't Big E getting another shot? Why didn't you do some kind of draw and make it a triple threat between, Roman, Seth, and Big E? Why is Big E automatically pulled out of the title picture after one fucking loss after you... Anyways, bad storytelling. Didn't need to see Big E lose. Seth could have beat anybody on Raw. Like, I didn't need to see that. Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley breaking up. Obviously, that was something that they've been building to for a while. So happy to see that come to fruition. Dana Brooke and Reggie in the 24/7 title. Please get this shit out of my life. Please burn that title. Man, there was a segment backstage, the 24/7 title, where Reggie or Dana Brooke threw a cheesesteak that was in a full wrapper at Tamina, and then when they panned the camera over, she was holding a cheesesteak with no wrapper on it and had cheese all over. I'm so confused. There's no way a fully wrapped cheesesteak came out of, I don't know. It just looked ridiculous to me. And she started kicking the trash can, and it was all bad. I hate the 24/7 title. I do like the storytelling with Becky helping Doudrop. She got in the ring and tried to shake Doudrop's hand after she helped her win, but Doudrop was like, nah, bitch, you getting Doudropped. Decent storytelling. I gave storytelling 2.75 blunts. Nothing crazy. Hopefully stuff starts to ramp up as we get to Royal Rumble season, WrestleMania season, all that good stuff. This is the best time of the year for wrestling usually, so hopefully things start to ramp up here soon. Commentary was in rare form last night. You had the Bully and the Nerd, Byron and Corey going back and forth all night with Jimmy in the middle, especially when Becky was on commentary. It was pretty hilarious at moments. So I gave these guys 3.5 blunts. And the crowd was in Philly. Philly's a wrestling town. It's always going to be a great crowd. They weren't overly hyped about anything, but it wasn't a show that they could be overly hyped about, honestly. So I gave the crowd 4 blunts. So overall, that's 16.5 blunts for Monday Night Raw. That's a 3.3 blunt rating. Silver badge for Monday Night Raw. Pretty good show, man. Not as good as last week. Last week's show was pretty fire. This week's show was pretty good. You know what I mean? Entertaining. Still too long, being 3 hours, but I was entertained. A lot of talking, a lot of promos. Is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. But you can always go back and watch this episode of the Blunt Ratings as well. I'll see you guys on the next one.